You are here with By the Cover. Today I'll be reviewing The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. This book was 328 pages and took me 2 days to read. I would rate this one a 4 out of 10. This review will contain major spoilers, so if you do not want to hear those, click off now. The synopsis. Ghostwriter Olivia Dumont has spent her entire professional life hiding the fact that she is the only child of Vincent Taylor, a person accused of murder earlier in her life. Now on the brink of financial ruin, she's offered a job to ghostwrite her father's last book. What she doesn't know, though, is that this project is just another one of his lies. Know going into this book that it is not really a thriller, but more of a slow burn mystery. As far as my likes with the book, the cover and the binding spray on this hardcover edition is absolutely awesome. Character-wise, Tom is okay. He's an alright guy. Nothing groundbreaking, but I did like his character. I thought the twist with the gym teacher was the most interesting part of this book. For about 4 or 5 pages, I was intrigued. I did like how Poppy knew and saw the good in both brothers towards the end of the book, the good that they couldn't see in themselves. I did like the ending of this book, and I thought the primary plot line in general, the concept of it, was a good one. As far as my dislikes of the book, the general premise of fictional stories about authors writing books doesn't interest me any longer. Stephen King has done this constantly, which means for me personally it's an overdone concept. The book also delves into publishing world drama, which I also don't care about or find interesting. I didn't buy the way both Vincent and Poppy felt during certain moments after finding out the truth of the matter. The people they find empathy for and the reasoning of that empathy was not believable, and I don't think that is how normal people would react. My primary issue with this book is that the story is just full of either unlikable or fair to midland characters. Olivia, a loudmouth feminist who feuds with misogynists online, she's the typical white woman social warrior, cookie-cutter archetype. She's about as interesting as a vanilla shake. Vincent is Olivia's neglectful old father who lies and has drinking issues and is overall just not a pleasant human being. His most interesting trait is that he occasionally creates treasure hunts for his daughter to go on. I did find him the most interesting character in the book, but he still was not all that interesting. Lydia is Olivia's mother. She cheats on Vincent with his brother. She is basically absent through Olivia's lifetime, but we are supposed to like her towards the end of the book due to information that is later revealed about her. She's even less interesting than Olivia is. I didn't find Lydia's character impactful, and her arc never really hit home because she is not that sympathetic of a character. You can't just have one bad thing happen to you and then excuse all your bad behavior throughout the rest of your lifetime. Then we have Danny. Danny is Vincent's brother who hides a big secret that isn't revealed till later on in the book. In general, though, he is just a dickhead that enjoys tormenting his brother. Then we have Poppy. Poppy is the little sister growing up in the 1970s. She's the original women's activist of the family, and she is who Olivia closely models. Poppy in general was an okay character, but aside from being a bright, happy activist, I can't really tell you anything else that's interesting about her. She's the kind of character that you'll forget a day or two after reading her. And then you have the gym teacher or the PE teacher, Paul Stewart, and he was your standard faculty creep, nothing else really interesting about him. The characters are so unengaging that I found it hard to care about their fate. While the plot itself was decent, the story felt overly stretched. The story never really got me invested into caring what happened. I was interested in the why, which was eventually satisfying towards the last 30 pages of the book. But other than that, this book was just not engaging. That's about it. We'll catch you later.